Let's get right into it. Number 10. Your call is very important to us. You know that moment when you're stuck listening to the same 15-second loop of elevator music for the 47th time? And every 30 seconds, a robotic voice tells you how incredibly important your call is? That's the biggest corporate lie since the check is in the mail. Think about it. If your call was actually important to them, they'd have real humans answering the phone. Instead, they've got a robot telling you sweet nothings while you age in real time. Companies spend millions designing these hold systems to keep you on the line just long enough before you lose it. They actually have psychologists who figure out the perfect amount of time between those "your call is important" messages. Too frequent, and you get annoyed. Too far apart, and you hang up thinking they forgot about you. Some companies deliberately make their hold times longer for certain customers. They check your account value when you call in. If you're not a high-value customer, you just won yourself an extra 20 minutes of smooth jazz. And that estimated wait time they give you, it's often pure fiction. When they tell you, "We're experiencing unusually high call volume," it's not unusual if it happens every single day. It's like a restaurant saying, "We're experiencing an unusually high number of people wanting dinner at 7 p.m. And that terrible hold music actually has a reason it sounds so bad. Most phone systems can only handle a narrow range of frequencies, so even if they played Mozart, it would still sound like it's being performed by a kazoo orchestra underwater. Number 9. We are a family here. Your boss gathers everyone around, getting all misty-eyed, saying, "We are not just a company, we are a family." Yeah, a family that will replace you faster than your leftover lunch goes bad in the break room fridge. This lie started in Japan in the 1950s with something called lifetime employment. Companies would actually keep workers for life, but when American companies copied this idea, they kept the warm, fuzzy language, but forgot the actual loyalty part. Real families do not have quarterly profit targets. Your mom does not put you up for adoption because you had an underperforming Q3. Your sister does not optimize human resources by replacing you with a cheaper sister from overseas. They will talk about family values while having security escort laid-off workers to the parking lot. Studies show companies that use family language actually exploit their workers more. They expect longer hours, unpaid overtime, and get mad when you do not want to sacrifice your weekend for the family. Everyone knows it is nonsense. The CEO knows it. The managers know it. The workers know it. But we all nod along because that is apparently less awkward than admitting we are just here for a paycheck. Number 8. The experience level inflation. You're looking for your first job, fresh out of college, scrolling through entry-level positions. Entry-level marketing assistant, must have 5 years experience, proficiency in 12 software programs, and the ability to bend space and time. Everyone knows this makes absolutely no sense, but we all just nod and pretend this is totally normal. It's like going to a beginner's swimming class and being told to warm up by swimming across the Atlantic Ocean. These job posts want someone with the experience of a senior employee, but they'd like to pay them like they just learned what a computer is yesterday. And the best part is, when you actually get hired, half the required skills aren't even used in the job. You spent 3 months learning advanced quantum physics for an office job where your main task is reminding Dave from accounting to please stop microwaving fish in the break room. Must have 10 years experience in a technology that was invented 3 years ago. Must have previously managed a team of at least 50 people, but also be okay with being the office coffee runner. We write cover letters explaining why we're perfect for the role. The companies pretend they'll actually find someone who matches all their criteria, and somehow, people still get hired. It's like we're all participating in this weird theater where everyone knows their lines but nobody believes the plot. Number 7. The LinkedIn personality transformation. Think about how Clark Kent puts on glasses and suddenly nobody recognizes Superman. That's basically what happens when people log into LinkedIn. That friend who can't even make instant ramen without burning it becomes a results-driven strategic innovator with a passion for synergistic solutions. Everyone's playing this massive multiplayer role-playing game to sound as corporate as possible. Your college buddy who spent 4 years perfecting the art of beer pong now says he's leveraging cross-functional team dynamics to optimize core deliverables. We all know it's fake. We've seen these people in real life. We know Dave from accounting isn't really passionate about maximizing stakeholder value. Dave is passionate about his pet lizard and collecting Star Wars figurines, and we all just let it slide. We hit that like button when someone posts about their entrepreneurial journey, even though we know they just got fired and are trying to make it sound fancy. Then there are those humble brag life lessons. Today, I saw a squirrel gathering nuts, and it reminded me of the importance of strategic resource allocation in Q4. Or, I held the door for someone today, and it taught me these 7 crucial leadership principles, and we all just nod and comment, so inspiring, even though in real life, we we'd be rolling our eyes so hard they'd get stuck. Number 6. The I'm fine default. Someone asks, "How are you?" and you automatically say, "I'm fine," even though your life is more chaotic than a cat in a room full of laser pointers. We're all part of this massive social conspiracy where everyone agrees to pretend everything's okay. Your car just broke down, your pet ate your homework, and you just found out your ex is dating your neighbor. I'm fine. Your bank account is emptier than a movie theater showing Morbius. I'm fine. These two little words have become society's emotional duct tape. If everyone actually answered honestly, every "how are you" would turn into an impromptu therapy session. The grocery store checkout would take 3 hours. The office elevator would need emergency counseling services. We're all walking around with internal warning lights flashing, but agreeing to pretend nobody can see the check engine light. We need this lie. It's the social equivalent of wearing pants. We could all go around emotionally naked, but society would collapse faster than a Jenga tower in an earthquake. When you say "I'm fine," while your internal monologue is screaming in 5 different languages, you're not lying. You're just participating in humanity's oldest social contract. You're fine. Terms and conditions apply. Number 5. Let me know if you need anything. Someone's going through a rough time, and we hit them with, "Let me know if you need anything." It's like the participation trophy of emotional support. The person saying it feels good for offering help, and the person receiving it knows they're never supposed to actually take them up on it. Imagine your coworker just had a breakup. You say, "Let me know if you need anything," and they show up at your door at 3 a.m. asking to crash on your couch for a month. Studies show that specific offers of help are much more likely to be accepted than vague ones, like, "Can I bring you dinner on Thursday?" versus, "Let me know if you need anything." We keep using this phrase because it's the perfect social lubricant. It makes us feel helpful without the risk of actually having to help. It's like writing, "We should grab coffee sometime" to an old friend. Everyone knows that coffee is never happening. The really messed up part is when people are in crisis, they're usually too overwhelmed to know what they need. So, "Let me know if you need anything" is basically telling someone who's drowning to write up a detailed rescue plan. You're not offering help. You're participating in a weird social ritual where everyone pretends to offer help while silently praying no one takes them up on it. Number 4. Group projects build character. The classic lie that group projects somehow prepare you for the real world. 4 out of 5 people are completely useless. You've got the one who never shows up to meetings but promises they're working on it. Then there's the one who shows up to every meeting just to say, "Yeah, that sounds good," and contribute absolutely nothing else. And of course, the one who somehow manages to make everything worse by helping. Meanwhile, the competent one, probably you, is slowly developing an eye twitch and contemplating a life of solitude in the mountains. Teachers say this builds teamwork skills. What it actually builds is trust issues and a detailed list of people you never want to work with again. They say it prepares you for the workplace, but in the workplace, you can actually fire people who don't do their jobs. Try telling your professor, "Hey, can we fire Mike? He hasn't contributed anything except excuses and empty pizza boxes." The professor will just smile and say, "Figure it out as a team." Then there's peer evaluations. That's where you're supposed to rate your teammates' contributions. But everyone knows the unspoken rule. Give everyone 5 stars or risk starting a blood feud that lasts until graduation. So you sit there, giving perfect scores to people who couldn't even spell the project name correctly. You learn the fine art of lying through your teeth while maintaining a professional smile. Number 3. I read that article. You're scrolling through social media and see a headline that says something like, "Scientists discover octopuses are actually aliens." You skim the first 2 sentences, maybe look at a picture, and suddenly, you're an expert on cephalopod extraterrestrials. At lunch with your friends, someone brings up octopuses. Your brain, "Oh hey, I know something about this." Your mouth, "Actually, I read an article about how octopuses might be aliens." But you didn't read that article. You read the equivalent of a movie trailer for that article. And yet, when someone else says, "Oh yeah, I read that too," you both nod knowingly, like 2 scholars who just finished a deep dive into marine biology. Studies show that 59% of people share articles on social media without reading past the headline. That means more than half of those heated internet arguments are between people reviewing movies they've only seen the poster for. When someone actually reads the full article, they become the weird one. They're sitting there like, "Well, actually, if you read paragraph 17, it explains that octopuses aren't literally aliens. They're just using alien DNA as a metaphor for," and everyone else is thinking, "Oh great, here's the person who actually did the reading." Number 2, the Unlimited PTO Trap. Your boss hands you a blank check for vacation days. It sounds amazing, but studies show that people with unlimited vacation actually take less time off than people with a fixed number of days. It's like being told you can eat whatever you want at a fancy dinner party. Technically, you could grab the whole turkey and run, but social pressure keeps you picking at a salad instead. When you have 15 vacation days, You know exactly what you're entitled to. It's yours. You earned it. Nobody can make you feel guilty for using what's rightfully yours. But with unlimited PTO, every day off feels like you're asking for a favor. You start wondering if taking that week off will make you look lazy. Meanwhile, your coworker Janet hasn't taken a day off in 6 months, and everyone keeps praising her dedication. Companies love this setup because it's a psychological masterpiece. They look super generous while actually saving money. When you quit a job with traditional PTO, they have to pay out your unused vacation days. But with unlimited PTO, there's nothing to pay out. They've basically outsourced their vacation management to your anxiety. The best prison is the one where you can't see the bars. Number 1. The overnight success story. The biggest lie we all pretend to believe is the overnight success story. Some random person suddenly makes it big, and everyone acts shocked, like they just appeared out of thin air. Maybe it was a TikToker who suddenly got famous, or an entrepreneur who just happened to create $1 million company. But these stories always leave out one crucial part. That TikToker probably posted hundreds of videos that got 0 views before that one viral hit. That successful entrepreneur probably ate ramen noodles for dinner for 5 years straight, while their business was failing. Most overnight successes took about 10 years of grinding in complete obscurity. Take Angry Birds. Everyone thinks it was Rovio's first game. It was their 52nd game. The first 51 were complete failures. Or Tyler Perry. He was living in his car while writing his first plays. The media loves to cut out all the boring, depressing parts. All the doubt, the failures, the crying in the shower moments. Right now, you might be stuck in the failing for 10 years chapter. You might be working on your dream and wondering why success hasn't found you yet. And every time you see another overnight success story, it makes you feel like maybe you're just not good enough. But it's a lie. Every time you see one of these stories, just mentally add, "after 10 years of failing," to the end of the headline. Instagram influencer becomes overnight success after 10 years of failing. Entrepreneur sells company for millions after 10 years of failing. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.